case study tracing a missing marine conservationist Kiribati client background. A UK-based environmental organisation contacted Bond Rees to locate a missing marine conservationist who had gone silent while conducting research in Kiribati, a remote island nation in the Pacific Ocean. The conservationist was in the country to study the effects of climate change on coral reefs and marine biodiversity, particularly around the atolls and islands of the Gilbert Islands. The organisation grew increasingly worried when the conservationist missed several scheduled check-ins and did not respond to satellite phone calls or messages for over a week, especially given the remote locations and potential dangers involved in maritime fieldwork. The investigation Bond Rees began by gathering all relevant information, including the conservationist's planned research sites, travel routes, and recent communications. The conservationist had been staying on Tarawa, the capital of Kiribati, and was scheduled to travel by boat to several remote atolls to conduct underwater surveys and collect data on coral health and fish populations. The last communication from the conservationist was a satellite phone call to the organization, confirming their departure by boat to an isolated reef near Abaiang Atoll. Digital footprint and local contacts. Our digital forensics team conducted a thorough analysis of the conservationist's digital footprint, including satellite phone records, GPS data, recent emails, and any social media activity. The last known signal from the satellite phone showed a location near a remote reef site, but there had been no further communication afterward. This raised concerns about a possible boating accident, equipment failure, or health emergency in a remote and isolated environment. Bond Rees reached out to local contacts, including boat operators, local fishermen, community leaders, and marine authorities, to gather more information. Several contacts confirmed that the conservationist had left Tarawa on a small boat with a local guide and was last seen heading towards the reef, but the boat had not returned, and there were no further sightings or communications. On-the-ground investigation in Kiribati. With these leads, Bond Rees deployed local investigators on Tarawa to conduct discreet inquiries. Our team collaborated with local fishermen, maritime authorities, and community members to search the waters and atolls along the route where the conservationist was last known to be. After several days of investigation, we discovered that the boat carrying the conservationist had been caught in a severe tropical storm, causing it to drift off course and become stranded on an uninhabited island. Further inquiries revealed that the boat's communication equipment had been damaged during the storm, and the conservationist and guide had been unable to call for help or signal their location. The island's remoteness had made it difficult for them to attract any nearby boats or planes passing by. Outcome Bond Rees quickly confirmed the conservationist's location and condition, relaying this vital information to the environmental organisation in the UK. The organisation coordinated with local authorities and arranged for a rescue mission with the help of nearby fishing boats, ensuring that the conservationist and the guide were safely retrieved and brought back to Tarawa. Both were found to be in good health, though exhausted and dehydrated, and were able to resume their research after a brief period of rest and recovery. Why Bond Rees? This case demonstrated Bond Rees's expertise in locating missing persons in remote and challenging maritime environments like the islands of Kiribati. By combining digital forensics, local intelligence, and effective on-the-ground search operations, Bond Rees ensured the swift and safe recovery of the missing marine conservationist. Our commitment to supporting environmental organizations and safeguarding their personnel, even in the most isolated and unpredictable locations, remains unwavering and dependable.